And not only in India, but also in Southeast Asia, you find the same thing. There was a development over time. So not only in China, in Southeast Asia as well. And some of the things you find in Southeast Asia are, well, first of all, the Southeast Asia is much closer to India, so the culture is much closer to Indian culture. But even there you find differences from the way things were done in India. For example, if you go to Thailand, you find that the monastic tradition there is run in a different way from the way it was done in India. In Thailand, the abbot of a monastery has a very, very strong position, and maybe that, again, is a result of the Thai idea of a more structured society, a bit more hierarchical, perhaps, than the Indian society. Again, Thai culture has influenced the way Buddhism is done in Thailand, although it is much closer to the Indian original in many ways, in terms of robes, for example. But also in Southeast Asia, you have the same problem with scriptures. You have scriptures that were taken in later on, and which even today are regarded by many as very important. And again, I say, if we want in Australia, we can learn something from this. We can learn that those scriptures that are not the word of the Buddha, that we know today with great certainty are not, we can put those to one side and we can focus on those things which are the root and the original form of Buddhism. So just to summarize what I've been saying today and just to draw some conclusions for how we should maybe approach this whole business here in Australia. First of all, I again want to say that tradition is not wrong in its own right. Tradition is simply how Buddhism is practiced at any particular point in time and at any particular place. And tradition is always different from country to country. It always adapts according to the local situations. And it's good that it adapts. It's right, it should adapt, because this is the only way that it can take root in a firm and strong way in any particular society. So we should do the same in Australia. We shouldn't be afraid when something is really important. We shouldn't be afraid of adapting things. We don't have to take things wholesale on board according to any particular existing tradition. We can adapt things when we see it is right.